my life, do I want to be surrounded by those people who are constantly drinking, constantly going to bars, wasting money, being outside of their own reality and not figuring out their own life, but instead escaping it? I don't want to be around that. Not that I don't like those people as friends, it's I want something better for my life, and when it comes to alcohol, I think it makes my life worse. Look at there. Already got my coffee. Ready to roll, huh? Welcome to the Riff Podcast. Episode number, shooting the dart, 28.
28.
Episode 28. We're on a roll. Every Monday and Friday coming out with great bangers for you. Guys, I'm talking absolute bangers. That's the reason why we're here. That's the reason why I'm sitting in this chair and no one ever sits in that chair. Right? Because we're bringing you the content that you want, the entertainment that you guys need. Okay? Episode number 28. Enjoying it. Having fun. I got my coffee here. I'm sipping. Parker, how you doing this morning? All good?
Doing great, dude. I got the workout in.
That's right.
Hardest part of the day.
We're back on the grind. We are back on the official grind, dude. Which I don't know. Tell me what you think. What do you like better? Do you like the routine and like the regiment and the grind and going through it, the regiment right there? Or do you like chilling, being in the off season? We still get stuff done, but it's obviously not as much and not as probably focused work.
Yeah, I think it depends. I think the first week of the off season's pretty nice.
Yeah.
And then after like a week or two, I kind of like I almost got like stressed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, dude, like we're falling off. Yeah. So I mean, after like a while of not being like on the grind, I start like regretting it.
Yeah, don't you?
But at the same time, like, so there's ups and downs of the off season. But whenever we're like actually working, like, I'm never like, I don't really ever be like, damn, this sucks. I mean, I might say like, damn, this sucks. Like when I wake up in the morning, but then I'm like, I need to do it.
Yeah.
But there's never like a point where I'm like, I'm ready to be back in the off season, like I am when I'm in the off season, ready to be back.
Ready to be back on the grind, huh? Isn't that a funny thing? It's kind of like, when you go on vacation, right? And you're out on vacation, and say you go with family, and you're having fun with your family, but then it's like 2 days, like say you go for 10 days. There's like 2 days left in the vacation, and you're just like, I'm ready to be home.
Yeah.
Like you start getting sick of everything. And it's almost like it comes to this point to where in the first few days that you're not being productive, right? And I think as human beings, we all need to be productive. We all need to I think that's a must. Like I think if you're not doing that, then deep down in your consciousness that you're not being productive and you're not improving your life. And so you start to feel bad about yourself, but you're masking it by this vacation and like, oh, I've worked hard. I'm taking a break, taking this vacation. This is a gift to myself, right? But then you're with the family, you're hanging out, and you start getting sick of people, and then you're still not being productive, and then you're almost feeling shame and guilt from not doing the things that need to be done, but you're on vacation, so it's fine. So then you drink and you mask it, and then you get 8 days in, and you're like, all right, this sucks. Like I'm at a breaking point. I just need to go home. But I still have 2 days left. So then the next 2 days are just like, then you find even more that it sucks and sucks. And then once you get home, you're like, yes, finally, I'm here. And then you work and productive. And then you're not masking the productivity from a vacation or from alcohol or from drugs or anything like that. Instead, you're actually getting the work done that needs to get done. And you're just busy. Right? They say the idle time is the devil's workshop, right? Meaning that when you don't do much, you don't have much going on, you're not being productive, the devil is working in you. He's doing things putting things in your head that probably don't need to be done, right? And I think that's what a lot of people nowadays, they fall into is they're busy. They work. They're masking things with drugs, alcohol, all these other stimulants and depressants. And then they go out and they vacation and they have so much fun for the first few days, but they realize that it's not really fun. And so no one really has their true purpose and drive in what they want to do because they're just doing what is told of them. And so this brings me to a point to I did the ultra marathon last weekend, and when I was driving out there, I was thinking, because when I'm driving, I'm just alone in my thoughts. I don't listen to much music. Pretty much just do podcasts and then audiobooks, right? So I'm listening to a podcast and I hear some ideas being brought up, and I start thinking on alcohol, right? Because I don't drink much. I don't like drinking. My family drinks a lot. My friends drink a lot. But I've just seen drinking reduces my productivity so much that it makes me feel that shame and guilt. And also, I'm very extreme, right? So I either don't drink or I go all out and I drink as much as I can, right? And when I do, I find alcohol does enhance your time, right? And enhance your experience, because it is a drug and it's bringing you out of this reality. So it's really, it makes your false reality better, right? And so when I'm in this experience, I have more fun typically. But the next day, it's highs and lows, it's peaks and valleys, right? The next day is just bottom of the barrel. Productivity levels, like drive, that will to want the discipline that is there, it's not vanished, but it's just greatly reduced, right? So while I was driving, I was like, why do I even need alcohol in the first place? Like, why do I drink it? I started thinking, what's the reason that I drink alcohol? And most of the time it's for social circumstances, right? When I'm in social things, because I mean, really and truly, who drinks alcohol by themselves?
I think a lot more people than we think.
Really?
Yeah. Like, some people, like I've always said, like, oh, if people say they like the taste of beer, they're just lying. Like, they just want to be a hard ass. Like, oh, I love the taste of beer.
Yeah. Like Busch Light.
Yeah. Like I'm not gonna lie. Some days, like when I same as Jake, I really don't drink a lot. I drink like maybe once a month.
Yeah.
And that's if like somebody invites me out. Like, I really don't make plans either. I just go with the flow usually. And like, I was like, some days, like when you drink beer, like it just goes down. Like it's just going down. Like it doesn't taste good, but just not as bad as it usually is.
Yeah.
But some people, I've said it to my brother, a lot of his friends are like blue collar workers, like that kind of stuff. And those are usually the people who are like, oh, beer's so good, whatever.
Yeah.
So I told one of them, I was like, dude, there's no way you actually enjoy the taste of beer. And they're like, no, dude, like after a long day outside, you just get inside, you just want an ice cold beer. I'm like, no, I want ice cold water. Like,
yeah.
Who the hell wants a carbonated drink after a hot ass day? Like, I don't know. I mean, but I don't know.
Or wouldn't a Coke or like a Dr. Pepper?
See, I don't really like when I'm thirsty, I don't like carbonation.
Like iced tea.
Yeah, it's like iced tea I could do.
Yeah, like iced tea, right?
I just don't like carbonation, but that's like one of those things where, like in my head, it's almost like, when I say there's no way you like it, like they almost get insulted. They're like, "How can you say I don't like it?" Which I think a lot of people do. I think like it, like because some like those like the older alcoholic dudes, like they sit there and drink like a 30-pack a day.
Yeah.
But they like beer
and they like the taste and they like pick. Like here's the deal: we go to the store. If I'm drinking, it doesn't matter how much alcohol or what kind of alcohol I buy. I just want a lot of it.
Yeah.
Right, I just need a lot. It's not like I need the Miller Lite or the Coors Light or the like it doesn't matter. It does like at all to me. Ultra, I don't care. Like really, the thing about it is how much can I get? Now liquor's different story. Okay, liquors I do need a specific one. It's not necessarily because it tastes, how it affects me. But beer wise, it doesn't matter. But so I started thinking, I'm like, okay. I don't like the taste of any alcohol, right? I don't necessarily want, like I don't ever want to drink. I just feel like I'm obligated to drink, right? Because when you go out with your friends and everyone's drinking, you're the only one that's not. You're not fitting in, right? And that's what we want as human beings, is to fit in with your group, with your tribe, right? If you're the outcast, then it's not a good feeling. So then I thought, because then now they feel like you're an outcast and they want you to be included. So then they offer you alcohol. And then when you tell them no, now you say, no, sorry, like I don't want to drink tonight. Then they're like, now they feel inferior because you turned them down and you're not drinking with them. So now they feel like that it's because of them that you're not drinking and you're not having fun. Whereas that's not the case. It's just I don't want to drink, right? And so then I came to the realization that I think it's the wishy-washy with me between, okay, some nights I'm going to drink. Like, okay, it's my birthday. We're going to the Jake Paul fight. Like, I'll drink tonight. But then when it's my sister's birthday and we're at the lake and she wants me to drink, I'm like, no, I'm not drinking tonight. Right? So then she feels like she's not important. Right?
Yeah.
Hold on, that camera.
But yeah, even like, because I've always said, like, when I think of myself, like, why do I drink? Because I'm the same way. I don't like the taste.
Yeah.
I've always thought it's like because it makes me more social. Like, I can just like talk and like have conversations better. But now, like, thinking about it, I don't know if that. I think it just turned back off. Yeah, it'll be fine.
All right.
But like, if I'm going out with friends and nobody's drinking, I don't get drunk to be more social.
Yeah.
What it is, I think, is like I was sitting here thinking about it. It's not that I don't want to be like the odd man out, like because like if all my friends are doing meth, I'm not gonna be like, oh, they're doing meth. It's not that.
You
either.
won't be with those friends.
Well, exactly, but it's the thing. I think it's I don't want to be the guy that's not drunk, not because like I'm left out, but because I don't want to be the guy taking care of everybody and being responsible for everybody's well-being and like when you're sober around drunk people, I get annoyed. I get so annoyed fast.
It's terrible.
Exactly. It also depends on the drunk. Like I've met guys who are fun drunks, and I love being around them when I'm sober, but some people I just can't do it. So like I'd rather just be feeling it too. So I think they treat you different when you're sober too because they know you're sober.
They do.
So they kind of
fuck
with you.
They fuck with. No, I think they feel bad for you.
I don't. I think like
everyone.
If I were going out to a party and somebody asked me if I wanted to drink and I said no, I wouldn't think that they thought I didn't like them. I would think that they thought I was judging them. Like
yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Nah, they do think that. They think that you're judging them, and you are because you're sober.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're thinking in your right mind and they're thinking in their wrong mind. Which, is it wrong or right? No, it doesn't matter. It's just they're thinking they don't have much thoughts. They're just fun. Their thoughts, they've escaped their reality, right? Whereas when you're sober, you're still in reality. And you're like, this is a sweaty, nasty bar with sticky crap all over the floor, gross girls and guys all over each other. Like, this isn't fun. It's dark. It's dingy. It's like a musk in the air that just doesn't feel right. When you're sober, you're thinking these thoughts. When you're drunk, you're like, where's the next drink? Like, oh, you need what? You know, you're like hooking people up, right? That's all you're thinking is like, how much? What's the volume that you can get? And then it's for what? For what? What do we do? Like, we hung out together, but we weren't really hanging out together. We were all a different person hanging out. And so we're not really making connections like we should as friends. So then it's this mask. And like, yeah, then the day after you can talk about how stupid you were.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be stupid.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I'm done. There's no reason. There's no reason to do alcohol. So I've told all my friends and my family, I'm done with alcohol for the rest of my life. I'm telling you guys now. All right? On this podcast here, you can mark it in the sand. I don't care. Wherever you want to mark it. Whatever it was. What day was that? Saturday. No, Friday. It was Friday. Friday the 10th. August 10th. Done. Done drinking. Like last time I drank was my birthday. It was the last time. Sober forever. I'm done with it. Because there's no reason to. If I want to have friends... And, like, another thing is those friends that are at those clubs and doing those things probably aren't the friends that we need to be with. Like you said, if your friends are doing meth, do you need to be hanging around those friends? Probably not. You know, I mean, they're still friends. Like, it's hard to cut that connection.
And just clear the air, I don't have any friends that do meth. It was just a very radical example.
Yeah. We'll leave that one somewhere else.
It was heroin. But.
Yeah. You know. So... when it comes down to it, friends that drink alcohol, like, am I judging them? By all means, no, I'm not. It's what they want to do with their life is what they want to do. I mean, heck, if you want to go do meth and like Parker's friends want to do heroin, then you can go do that. It doesn't matter, right? To me, because it's your life, you can do what you want as long as you're not affecting other people. For my life, do I want to be surrounded by those people who are constantly drinking, constantly going to bars, wasting money, being outside of their own reality and not figuring out their own life, but instead escaping it? I don't want to be around that. Not that I don't like those people as friends. It's I want something better for my life. And when it comes to alcohol, I think it makes my life worse. So I'm done. August 5th, 2023. Sober.
I'll say this.
I'm not a drinker.
So I definitely think you're going to drink again at some point, and I'll tell you why. Not because I think
This guy.
Not because I think it's like you're going to get
influenced
influenced or like peer pressured. I think like if you said I'm not going to drink for the next 5 years, honestly, I'd believe that. But when you say I'm not going to drink for the rest of my life, I don't believe that for a second. Not because you're going to be weak-minded and be like, oh, I need a drink. It's going to be because I think your mindset's going to change whenever, like, if I ever get married, you go to my wedding, and we're super successful by then. We have everything, like, we reached most of our goals. Like, obviously, like, you never reach, like, all your goals, but we're super successful. I think you'd be like, yeah, like, I can drink, whatever. I think your mindset's just going to change as you get older. Same thing as...
So am I going to be content, right? Because here's the deal. I don't ever want to be content, right? So this is something, Donald Trump never drank in his life. What is he, 76 years old now? Right? The reason why, he never drank because he never wanted to. He still went out to clubs, party scenes, did that. His vice was girls, right? He just hooked up with a bunch of girls. But his brother ended up killing himself because of alcohol, right? And so he doesn't drink and hasn't drank, and he's 76 years old. He's been canceled, ridiculed, hated by half of the world, but he's already been president. He's got that title, United States president. Like, he's been that, but he wants to do it again. And for what reason? Like, why didn't he just chill on his private golf course oasis in Miami with all the money that he has, all the fame, all the fortune, all the friends, everything? He's conquered it all, accomplished everything. He's literally been the highest leader appointed, elected by the people that the world has, right? But he's not content. He still wants more. He's still conquering more and wants to become a better version of himself than he already is, which is one of the best versions that a person can be, like when you're just talking about success, right? And I think it's because he doesn't drink.
But is he not just replacing one bad thing with another? How you said he replaced drinking,
With the vice of girls.
Yeah.
What about now?
Well, I don't know what
he
he
didn't
does.
replace. I think he replaces the drinking with productivity and money. Like, so now his vice is just making more money, and when you make money, you inevitably like give value, right? Money is exchange of value. So you're helping. The more money you make, essentially, is the more people you're helping.
So let me ask you this. Can you say for 100% fact you're never going to drink alcohol again?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep. I can say for 100% fact I will not drink alcohol again.
See, but I've heard that from you multiple times about
No,
other.
you haven't. I have never said 100%.
I'll cut this out if you don't want it. In high school, at lunch table, you swore 100% never having a girlfriend, never getting married, never doing this. Dude,
I don't think I said that.
I know for a fact you did.
Not 100%.
I know for a fact. I remember because
I
I was like, I want you to say
probably
100% fact, and whenever that happens, I'm like, and it's not you being like, because back then you probably would have said the same thing, like, well, what am I just gonna be content then? Well, no, your mindset changes. I think your mindset's gonna change to where you realize it's not like, yeah, like same thing you said you don't like being around people who go out and party and all that shit, like all the time. Like I don't either. Like if they're going out, like if it's affecting their life every day of the week, once a week, twice a week, whatever. But if somebody's going out
once a week is affecting their life.
Huh?
Once a week is affecting their life.
Is or isn't?
Is.
Oh, that's what I said. Like once, twice a week, whatever. But
Okay.
like
Once a month is affecting their life. one time.
I don't think enough for it to be an issue.
I think so. With me, like I said, I'm extreme, right? This is my own personal like realization for myself. My thoughts in my own self. I'm a very extreme person. It's black or white, right? I don't have much gray area. And so with alcohol, I'm like, if I drink, if I'm okay with drinking, then I'm going to drink to get drunk. Okay, I do it. Then I opened up the floodgates where now I allow for that to be more and more, or like more prominent, right? So now I drank for the Jake Paul fight. Then the next day I'm like, well, you know what? I got drunk yesterday, so let's one drink at dinner tonight, right? And I think have you watched the Andrew Huberman podcast about alcohol and how it affects, like how physiologically it affects your body?
I don't think so.
That's another reason why. So this is one of the podcasts that I was listening to was that one where I'm like, is it worth it? Like, is it like my wealth, and my relationships are all being affected by alcohol in a negative manner. So even if I did at my wedding, right, because that's what my sister said. She's like, well, what about your wedding? Like, you're telling me you're not going to drink at your wedding. I'm like, yeah, I am, because I don't think it makes that big of a difference. It's not that fun. Like, I think I want to be at my wedding. I want to be sober and like there and like remember it and have fun with my friends, enjoy the time with my family, and like savor that moment instead of escaping the moment.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, two things can be true at once still. So, like, you can drink and not be blacked out plastered, not remember your wedding. Like,
But why?
for Hunter and Katie, like, they did the champagne tower. Like, and they do, like, the cross-norm drink thing. Like,
But you can do, just do like a apple cider.
well, no, I'm not saying, like, you have to do it. I'm just saying, like, Hunter and Katie both drank, and neither of them, like, got plastered and forgot the night. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, like,
is,
and also at the same time, like, just to be clear, obviously, like, I think it's great that you're fucking not drinking. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't want you to start drinking. I just don't want to be a yes man to where.
No, I agree.
Like, I just think eventually down the road your ideologies will change, and I think you'll.
So here's the deal. I mean, I'm gonna get people who are gonna offer that, and I'm just gonna say, no, I don't drink, and I haven't drank since I turned 23 years old.
Yeah, and I'm with, like, if we're out and somebody's offering you a drink and, like, which, like, I know, like, you wouldn't, whatever, but say you're like, I don't know, like, I would be like, no, Jake, you said you're not doing it. Like, I'm not going to try to persuade you to drink.
No, I know.
I'm just playing the opposite side of the card here.
And that's the thing, is that when people, that's why I said I'm done. I'm 100%, I'm done. Because when people think there's a doubt, like, there's no doubt. There's no doubt I'm not going to drink. And so no one's going to, like, convince me to drink. Because when there's a little bit of doubt, then that's when people weed their way in, because they want you to have fun, right? And it's not in a harm's way. It's like they're having fun when they drink, so they want you to have fun when you drink. Or they want you to have more fun, so they want you to drink, right? So if I just say, no, I don't drink, nor will I ever drink, then then they understand that. They're like, okay. They'll ask me once. I say, no, I don't drink. I don't drink it. Like, I've stopped since I was 23 years old. Right? Then they're like, oh, wow, he's sober. There must have been something that happened to him that made him be this way. And then they just go, and then they're like, oh, okay, cool. Like, Jake's just sober.
You know, yeah, I agree. I just think down the road at some point, it's just, things are gonna change.
Right. I mean, only time will tell. Here's the deal: is discipline, and I set my standards, set my line, right? Done with it, done. Now, mocktail or whatever.
Cocktail.
Not cocktail, the mocktail, where they like, it's like, because I don't like I like the taste of cocktails, like a espresso martini.
Yeah.
Banging, dude. But is it the vodka? Because I just drink straight vodka and I hate it. Whereas the mocktail, like if you made a mocktail, I don't know if you can do that, espresso martini. Probably pretty fire.
Pretty sure it's just an espresso, no?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I've never had just a straight espresso. I really don't know what it is, but I would assume espresso martini is just an espresso with liquor in it.
Because espresso martini is like sweet. An espresso is not sweet. It's just hard coffee.
I'm sure you can have like sweet espressos though. No, I don't know. I'm not a coffee connoisseur or nothing. I don't know that crap. But.
Yeah, I don't know, but those things are damn good.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I'm like, I'm missing an espresso martini. But I could just have an espresso. Like, I'm not done with drugs. By all means, I got coffee right here. I'm still going to be ripping drugs. But alcohol, specifically, I'm done with. So that's how it is. So it's going to go moving forward. Done with it completely. Cut it out of my life. I won't do it again. So that's it for the podcast, guys. Thank you for watching, joining, viewing. You can drink alcohol? You probably are. So disregard what I've said. Maybe I convince you, though, or just to look at alcohol a little bit differently if you look at it a certain way. But that's going to be it for the podcast, guys. Thank you for watching, joining, viewing. Appreciate you. As always, we're here Monday and Friday. Guys, take it easy. See you in the next one. Peace.